Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome to today's video. Hindsight is a beautiful thing, isn't it? I think I probably should have had some more when I made these, but I'm going to react to my 2022 F1 predictions and go through how well each of them aged. And I'm going to be honest, it doesn't look good, but we're going to go through this anyway. So my first prediction was that a Ferrari driver would be World Drivers' Champion, probably Leclerc. Pain. Pain. Pain! In all seriousness though, after the first three races, after Australia, you know, when the Ferrari was looking really, really good, Leclerc was in a league of his own, and the Red Bull was just, well, it was about as fragile as my foot every time I step on Lego. You could forgive me for thinking that, you know what, maybe this prediction would age well. Oh, it did not. A series of strategy blunders, mistakes, and Ferrari being, well, Ferrari later, it just didn't happen. And Max Verstappen went on to take title number 2, which we will come back to after a prediction I made later. So, Ferrari Drivers' Champion, didn't happen. Number 2, Sainz and Norris to win their first races in 2022. Now, I was half right, so you know what? I'll have half a point for that one, because while Sainz did take his first win, albeit helped by one of the aforementioned Ferrari strategy blunders, I mean, why leave Leclerc out on hard tyres while everyone else had softs to the end, and leaving Leclerc as a sitting duck, I will never understand. But hey, Sainz still got his first race win, so that prediction came true. Lando Norris, however, did not, but that McLaren this year just, it wasn't as competitive as I would have thought, or they would have hoped it was. Prediction number 3, Vettel to win a race in 2022. You know what? I'm just going to take this list. I'm just going to take this list right now, and I'm going to rip it up, because that wasn't even close to happening. The Aston Martin was a dog. Yeah. Oh wait, I might still need that to go through the rest of the video. Right, so I've repaired the list, and here is number 4 prediction, and this one for me really takes the biscuit. Red Bull won't be right at the front of the pack. Yeah, that aged like milk that was already off. Like, that aged like mouldy milk that was already going off, and is now just completely, well, if you consume it, it probably would kill you instantly. So, we're not even going to go there. At this point, I probably should delete that video from my YouTube channel and avoid the humiliation of having gone on video and said that. Prediction number 5 was that Mick Schumacher would get his first points of his career this season. And yes, finally, we've got a prediction right. Mick Schumacher did score his first points. I believe it was at the British Grand Prix after trying to fight Verstappen for P7, and it was quite impressive to see. And then again, he followed it up with more points in Austria. But after that, I'll be honest, it was a pretty lacklustre season for Mick Schumacher. And it's a shame to see him struggle as such. Mind you, the Haas wasn't really as close as I would have expected. Like, I would have thought it would be a lot closer to the front than it actually turned out to be. And I do feel like while Haas had a really strong start to the season, they just went downhill from there. So while maybe not all the blame goes at Mick's door, I definitely feel that Kevin Magnussen got more out of the car. But still, my prediction came true. Mick Schumacher gets his first career points. Prediction number 6, and that is that Williams would be regular point scorers in 2022, with maybe Alex Albon picking up a P5 or a P6. Now, that didn't really happen, but Albon did pick up a handful of points finishes, and De Vries picked up a points finish in his debut for Williams, which was insane to think about, really. Nick de Vries, in a car that he had little to no running in, picking up 2 points at the Italian Grand Prix. That was pretty brilliant. So, I wouldn't say that was entirely a true prediction. I think I'll give myself a half point for that. So, what are we on now? That's 2 whole points. Not looking very good so far, is it? Piastri to make his mid-season debut was my 7th prediction, and while he didn't make a debut in mid-season, he did set the internet alight in mid-season after Alpine announced that he would be replacing Fernando Alonso when Alonso did an Alonso thing of a poor career move and decided to announce moving to Aston Martin. And given where they are and where Alpine are, you got to be scratching your head to understand that one. But after Alpine announced Oscar Piastri, Oscar then went publicly on Twitter and severed all ties with Alpine, saying that he would not be racing with them for 2023. What then followed was a hilarious tweet from Specsavers saying, "Alright, who needs to see us in the morning?" And the whole shitstorm is the word I'm looking for that ensued after that was hilarious. But while he didn't make his F1 debut, he did set the internet alight, and that was just brilliant to watch. And my final prediction was that George Russell would outperform Lewis Hamilton. Well, he did just that. He outscored him in points and even won the Brazilian Grand Prix, with Lewis Hamilton taking the grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No wins this year at all. But George Russell did take a win, and he was massively consistent at the beginning of the season as well. So George Russell, all year, outperforming Lewis Hamilton and outscoring him, getting a win. So bravo to George Russell. And you know what? I think it's an incredible first season he's had with Mercedes. He deserves all the great things that are coming to him in the future. So yeah, that's 2 halves and 2 whole predictions that I got right. So I'll give myself 3 points for that. As for 2023 predictions, well, actually no. First off, I'm going to say, you know what? You know the list I ripped up? Right, don't need that anymore. Let's be honest, my predictions aged like milk, and not even good milk. As for 2023, I've got one prediction. It's bold, but I could see it happening. George Russell, 2023 F1 World Champion. Go ahead, laugh now. I'm sure by this time next year you'll be laughing at me again, but you know what? Laugh now anyway. Thank you for watching. Yeah.